First of all, we have Cheryl Schibel. Cheryl is actually on my team. She is amazing. She was introduced to me about a year ago. She's a farmer's wife, a mom, and a grandmother to 6 children. Her grandkids are truly the light of her life. That is what fills her heart is her grandchildren now. She is a platinum and a brand new Director 1. She just hit her biggest month in May, hitting Director 1. So it's been absolutely huge for us to celebrate that. And so we're going to get on the call here so she can share about that. So Cheryl, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, more than what I've said? Who are you? What did you do before Modere? What made you come to Modere? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me on the call. I am 66 years young, so you don't have to be like in your 20s to do this business. I wear many, many hats. My favorite, like you said, is being grandma. I spoil those poor kids so good, and then I send them home. I've been a farmer's wife for 32 years, which if you farm, you know there's never a dull moment. Jeff is retiring in July, so we will travel and start that new chapter in our life. Modere found me 5 years ago. I was recovering from 2 back fractures and some smashed ribs. I started taking BioCell Life and Skin twice a day, morning and night, and on my 7th day, I could feel that it was working on the inside. So you do like Leslie said, when you find something you love, you tell everybody. I told everybody that would listen, and I told everybody who didn't really want to listen to me. And my customer pod grew very fast. I look at it, it's kind of like a referral business. You know, it doesn't matter if you buy the shoes, you tell all your friends, you find the nice restaurant that you love to go to, you tell everybody. I did not want to do the business. I was very busy at that time. I was taking care of my mom, driving 3 hours, 3 to 5 days a week to see her. A year ago, January, Mom passed away, and I had so much time on my hands, and I was grieving hard. So I had to do something, so I just jumped into the business side of Modere and threw all my heartache there. And that's where I found Leslie Fink, because she was leading our team every step of the way. I overcame the fear that I wasn't good enough. I didn't know enough. I didn't have enough social media friends, all the things that fear plays in your mind. So I just got out of my own way and started telling people about the business side, asking the questions. Are you interested in hearing about what I do? People need what we have. They're looking to make extra money, pay cash for Christmas, or just pay the everyday bills. Just be sure and share all the time, and then let them decide if it's for them. Just ask the question. So that's where I'm at.
I love that, Cheryl. I love your heart, and I love how you share from your heart and what has worked for you. I know BioCell has been amazing for you and me as well. It's one of our favorite products. I always say it's right next to coffee. I can't decide which is better, our Logic coffee. So tell me a little bit about in May. Tell me when you hit Director, what do you think you did that might have been different? What do you think got you to Director after you've been in here a couple years? And even, like you said, last January you really got to where you're ready for the business, and with your mama right there by your side, right? But tell me, what do you think you did different in May?
Well, I always had, goals. Platinum, I want to be platinum, I want to be platinum. And then in May, I got to looking at my numbers. I'm like, I am so close to Director 1. It's not out of reach. Just buckle down, do the work, and you'll get it. So the very last day of May, I was still short. so I scrolled back through all of the messages from the very first one that I'd sent to people. Some of those people had never even responded to a message, and I just reached out to all of them, and so I asked them if they would like me to take them off of my list, and not a single one of those people said, yes, take me off. Some of those people did order, which pushed me over to Director 1. And then I hit that goal, and I tell you, that was my proudest accomplishment.
That is so phenomenal. I love you sharing. We say it's follow-up is in the key, right? And you went way back, and I think people are sometimes afraid we're bothering them, and that just shows you we're not bothering them. They did not want you to remove them, even if they didn't order yet. Nobody said that they wanted you to remove them from the list, and I love that. And we need to all keep that in check. That people need us, like you said. People need what we have. They might not be ready yet. And just like with the business, you love the BioCell, you weren't ready for the business yet until you were. So that is absolutely fantastic. Oh, my gosh, I'm so glad you shared that. I remember I was on a plane. I couldn't get internet. Something's wrong with the internet on the plane. I landed and saw you hit that Director 1, and I couldn't get off the plane fast enough. It was so exciting. Okay, let me close with just one last thing from you, unless you have anything else. If you were to share one piece of advice to someone that's brand new, they just signed up last night or last week, and they're brand new, and they have no idea what they're doing. They've never done this before. What is your one piece of advice you'd leave with them?
Get yourself to the live events. Get there in person. When you're in person, you feel the excitement. You meet like-minded people. You build the friendships. The speakers, they just pour so much into you. You'll grow, and you'll become unstoppable. You just have to believe that you are good enough, that you can do it. And I always tell myself, look inward, not outward. And don't be afraid. Face your fear and just do it. The system is very, very easy. You just have to be consistent every day.
I love that. Consistency is my favorite word. I kind of pound it into y'all, don't I?
Yes, you do.
But I love that. Events. And Cheryl just was, personally invited to Utah to the New Leadership Conference that she just attended. And so that was phenomenal last weekend, I know, and we've talked a lot about that. So, events are key. So I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Cheryl. It just fills my heart with joy to hear from you. So I know everybody else will love hearing from you. If you don't know Cheryl, you should follow her. She's phenomenal. Like she said, I said you don't have to be an influencer, you don't have to be anybody. There's also no age, like she said. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or 66, or I have someone on my team that's 76, and she actually went to Baltimore to an event. So, there's no age limit to this, which I absolutely love. So thank you, Cheryl.